All right, guys, and welcome to Two Dads and a Comic. I'm Dan Riley.
I'm Ben Morris.
And we are now officially, actually, Two Dads and a Comic.
Yes, we are no longer living a lie. He's a God's honest dad now.
God's honest.
Beautiful daughter.
Is the reason why we haven't had an episode in probably about a month.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
Yeah, so this is our return. We are going to try to do one earlier, but, newborn things happen.
Mm-hmm.
But
any good stories?
Nothing really crazy. Like, she sleeps really well. She only pooped on me once. We had to deal with, diaper rash stuff. Normal
Only
things. I learned some tricks, to play video games. She fits perfectly in my lap. And I just cross my one leg over. She lays there. Perfect. I can just play games. But now it doesn't work for reading comics because
Right.
you don't want to lay a comic on your baby.
Right.
Because it'll ruin the comic.
You can rest a drink on her head.
Yeah.
But you can't rest a comic on her.
They can bend it. Automatically drives the price down.
That's the concern.
So the way we've been doing it is I usually stay up till about 3, 4 in the morning with her. Mm-hmm. That way she wakes up, Morgan can sleep. Mm-hmm. And then about 3, 4 I go to sleep, and if baby wakes up, Morgan gets her. But I'll have it timed out to where I'll feed her at 1. And I know I got a good solid 2 to 3 hour gap where she'll sleep and not make a noise, so then I go and read the comics.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to schedule it in there, but it works.
It's a delicate dance.
It really is. There have been a couple times, of course, where as soon as I go open the comic, so.
Has she pooped up her back yet?
She only pooped a bunch and got out of her diaper one time. No, twice. Because when she had her umbilical cord, we got worried because it actually got on the umbilical cord. We kind of freaked out a little bit, and then the doctor's like, "Don't worry about that.
Yes, that'll happen."
She's like, "People get poop in their mouths,
yeah,
and they're fine."
Last thing you have to worry about is her getting poop on her belly.
Yeah, but and one other time, but besides that, she's been really well. We change her every 2-3 hours, just because she has the whole. We actually had to get medicated diaper rash stuff, which works amazing. But no crazy stories.
Yeah, it'll happen on more than one occasion. I have heard the noise, and that means one of them pooped up their back.
She's a farting machine. It's the funniest thing ever.
It's like being fired out of a cannon.
It really is, and when I'll be holding her, she'll be sitting in my lap or something. I can feel it. It's such a strong force.
It is a force of nature, my friend.
If she's with Morgan, half the time I don't know if it's Morgan or the baby farting. It gets really confusing. And I think half the time Morgan blames the baby when it's actually her. Oh my God, she's pooping.
Oh my God. Is that spinach? Jesus.
Jesus. But no, we've gone out. We've gone to the restaurant several times while I've been off, and she hadn't caused any fuss in the restaurants. Every single time she just chills there.
Well, she won't. She's a month old.
Yeah. And it's fantastic.
Wait till she's 2.
Yeah. Yeah, we got those days in front of us, and unfortunately today's my last day and leave.
And enjoy them.
Oh my!
And enjoy these formative years as a baby
before they get wild.
Yeah, well, you can pick her up and calm her down.
Funny thing is,
what?
Morgan, because this is her first kid and she does have dogs, she always mistakes. Instead of saying a bassinet, she'll say her crate. So she'll tell people, "Oh, she sleeps great in her crate."
Her crate.
Yes. And what
you gotta be easy with that in public.
I told her, I was like, I hope that you say that to someone. You'd be like, no, I mean her bassinet, and they think they're mine. They keep their baby in a crate.
You're gonna get a very awkward phone call from a government official.
And then she confused a car seat for a kennel.
Oh my God.
She goes, "Oh, she's just sitting in her kennel." I'm like, "I'm sorry?" She's sitting where?
We are going to go to jail.
But yeah, everything was good. She acts really well. She's only cranky when she's hungry, which is like her mom.
That's usually when they get Like her mother.
She's very angry.
She gets grumpy when she says, Ashley gets grumpy as shit when she's hungry.
She asked me, she's like, are you going to cook dinner before you guys record? I'm like, no, we're recording at like 6, 7 o'clock. I'm going to cook after. She goes, I can't wait that long. I'm like, get snacks. I'm going to tell you.
Go cook something.
Let's go make a sandwich. Well, see, she's on a thing now. She wants to lose the baby weight and everything, which she's already lost like a week after. She already lost like half the weight, a lot of water weight and stuff, but she ordered herself a Fitbit.
Ooh, Fitbit.
And I actually have one coming tomorrow, because I told her I'd try to kind of get tracked. So I gained some poundage.
So you're going to wear a Fitbit.
Yeah, I'm going to wear a Fitbit.
I can't wait.
It's going to be a little just bloop on my wrist. I wanted to get the one that's an actual watch, so there was like some functionality outside
because you're a dude.
But we don't get that
You're
one.
a dude wearing a chick bit.
Listen, it's black and sleek. But, so yeah, nothing super crazy happened in the past 3 weeks. God damn it, now I gotta go back to work tomorrow.
Sorry.
I know.
Somebody's got to do it.
It's the worst thing ever.
I'm sick of it. You can do it.
But any stories from you?
Yeah, Jackson's learning how to ride his trachea.
Nice.
Yeah, he got a little tricycle for Christmas from Mom and Dad, and he can't reach the pedals, but he can scoot with his feet, and he'll get going real good and just put his feet up on it and just kind of coast.
Kind of coast around
through the house. Yeah.
There's awesome. This they got this new type of bike out for kids. I mean, Jack's probably still a little too young for it, but when they're trying to learn like to actually ride a bike, it doesn't have any pedals. And it's low to the ground, so you do that exact thing. You scoot. Yeah. And they say, like, it helps them learn how to ride a two-wheeler, like, way quicker. Like, it's a way better system. Which makes sense, because if you look at it, when you go from a tricycle or a bike with training wheels to a regular bike.
One of those things that work their arms, that kind of thing?
No, it looks just like a bike, just doesn't have pedals. And they just
push off?
Because it makes sense, because they'll push off to where they get to the point where they can actually balance themselves and everything. And because they go from training wheels to having 2 extra wheels to not where they have to actually pedal to go. It helps them get down the balance part.
So it's basically a bicycle from the early 1900s.
Yeah. The funny thing is these were actually around a while back. And if I'm not mistaken, and they just kind of died out. And I think I saw it on Shark Tank. And this one woman, her family, decided to kind of pull it out of the wreckage and make an actual business out of it now. My friend just posted a picture on Snapchat the other day of her kid on one.
Huh, that's cool. I'll look into that.
Yeah. I wish I can remember the name of it. I'll try to find it out for you. That's cool. He just cruises around on his trike.
Yeah, just cruises around on his trike. And his little Harley Davidson trike that his grandpa got him.
Of course. Should have known.
Yeah.
Should have known.
Something motorcycle related.
Like your motorcycle boots for your non-motorcycle.
Exactly.
All right, well, we have a bit of news considering we've been gone for 3 weeks.
News.
I actually have it organized. And we'll start with DC stuff. So you've heard how Batman vs. Superman is going to have an R rating director's cut.
Yes.
Well, they came out and they talked about it, and they straight up said it's really not that much crazier. It's just more violence.
Okay.
It says it's going to make it from a 2.5-hour movie to a 3-hour movie. So it's not going to go crazy and try to do Deadpool and have sex and stuff. It's just more fighting.
And, F-bombs and such.
I actually don't even, I think it's just violence, but yeah, no more language or anything, so I'm okay with that.
Violence.
But, which all the reviews for it have been absolutely amazing so far.
I've read a lot of the early reviews, and people are just fawning over this thing. They're saying it's the best superhero movie they've ever seen.
God, I can't wait.
And other such preposterous statements.
And I can't wait to see Wonder Woman. A lot of people have been talking about just her introductory scene, how amazing it is. So
Wonder Woman on the big screen, man. That'll be super cool.
Everything I've seen looks great with her. Let's see. Did I go 1, 2, 3? No. Oh. Another funny thing is the pre-sales are beating Deadpool, Age of Ultron, I'm sorry, I take that back. I think it was just the first Avengers. I wrote it wrong, but and Furious 7.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
It's beating all of them.
That's impressive.
Yes. Very, which against the Marvel films, they got a lot more steam, so I'm a little surprised to hear that. But at the same time, it's Batman and Superman. Mm-hmm. Everybody's been waiting. Marvel, honestly, there's a lot of people big Marvel fans. Mm-hmm. But I'd say more iconic of a duo would be Batman and Superman. So Marvel kind of gave us something we didn't know we wanted.
Right.
Where a lot of people for years always wanted
a Batman
Superman. Look at the animated series. Mm-hmm. When they introduced them together and they met for the first time. They kind of had their little squabble.
Their dynamic.
Yeah, so I lost my train of... Yeah, so they're beating those 3 movies out on pre-sales.
Wow.
I can't wait to see what their overall sales are.
Excuse me.
I'd love they'll take some records. Mm-hmm. Whether they'll hit top grossing, I'd love to see it. I don't think it's going to happen. I think that's pretty...
I don't know. They might have a pretty good chance. If they're already beating pre-sales for some of the other biggest movies ever made.
Yeah, but you got to look at it. If they want to hit top grossing, they got to hit Star Wars pre-sales.
Well, they're not going to hit that.
No.
But they'll make a good run at it.
Yeah. They may hit top grossing superhero movie, which I don't know. I don't know what's at the top right now. I'm not sure what the top grossing superhero movie is. I would grind to say it's a Marvel film.
I knew this. Yeah, maybe the first Avengers?
I'm thinking it might be.
Probably the first Avengers.
Because that was the first one everybody's like, holy shit, a team-up.
Probably the first Avengers.
And I think Age of Ultron, it was good, but I don't think it hit quite as hard because we've kind of seen that dynamic already. Mm-hmm. I need to write these in order instead of searching for them. They've officially announced the soundtrack for Batman v Superman.
Ooh.
Which I've had already.
I know, I saw it.
You saw it?
On vinyl.
That's so vinyl record, 3 vinyl record.
That's awesome.
Double-sided with an etch on it. Mm-hmm. Which I'll post a picture of all that on Twitter. I've had it for about 2 weeks now, but I couldn't say anything.
Oh, you could?
No.
No, big no-no, huh?
How I got it.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably some kind of NDA with that.
Fell off the back of a truck somewhere kind of situation. But now that's officially released, I can actually post about it, which it's been killing me, not being able to put anything up about it. But yeah, it has 3 vinyl, has the sketched art on one side. Mm-hmm. My dad asked me, he's like, oh, are you going to open it up or are you going to leave it sealed? I'm like, I'm going to open it up. What are you talking about?
You're actually going to open it?
Yeah.
You don't open stuff.
Well, I opened the other figures and stuff like that.
After great debate with yourself, I'm sure.
Yeah, I regret it pretty hard because I opened up the Nightwing from Hush and his leg fell off, right off the bat. His shoulder popped out. I was so mad. I think I was cursing at you at the same time because I was like, well, I talked to Ben and he said he does it, so I'll do it. Fell apart. God damn it, Ben. So mad.
Danny doesn't like to open his toys, so I talked him into opening his toys, and then he broke them.
Bastard.
Because he's an ape.
Don't make it sound like I'm sitting here like...
You opened it with a hammer. I've seen you open shit.
I was afraid I have the
boxes right behind. What is wrong with you?
You're saying I shouldn't have used the butcher knife and just stabbed at it repeatedly until everything was loose?
You had a badger on a stick to open it with.
That'd be amazing.
Why does it break?
Why is it broken? Why are there 2 marks on it? Oh, my God. So we've talked about the Flash and Supergirl crossover. Mm-hmm. I'm excited about it. Mm-hmm. Have some worry. Because they announced, of course, they're going to race.
Race?
They're going to race.
Lame.
Here's my problem. I keep up with the show. Mm-hmm. And one of the last episodes, they went to her and Black Jimmy Olsen. Because if you guys haven't seen it, I don't know if you know. Mm-mm. Jimmy Olsen is a big black man right now.
Okay. Why?
I could not tell you, but he is a very tall black dude.
Named Jimmy Olsen.
our resident ginger. Listen, they took off of one minority to give to another. I guess this is the situation.
Fine, but big black dude named Jimmy Olsen. Nah.
Now don't get me wrong. He does a great job. Mm-hmm. He is a very good character.
Sure.
He's not the typical Jimmy Olsen. Mm-hmm. And he even talks about how he goes by James. He said only the big guys are allowed to call me Jimmy. Mm-hmm. And he has like the little watch that he uses to call Superman if he needs help. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, he's a good character, but it's not our Jimmy Olsen. It's not anybody's Jimmy Olsen. Mm-hmm. But anyways, a couple episodes ago, they go to the Fortress of Solitude. And they get there, which they stay very true to that, too. They have the whole big key made from a billion ground-up dead stars or whatever that only, like, she can lift, and Superman and a couple other super strong people. Mm-hmm. But he makes a comment. He goes, "Oh, anybody ever tell you you're faster than your cousin?" And she goes, "No." He goes, "Yeah, a lot faster." Here's my problem. And I'm worried they're going to do this. They're going to race. Mm-hmm. In reality, there's no contest. Flash wins. Flash, like, that's his power. He is fast.
That's what he does.
He has, I mean, that episode alone is going to show, I mean, he can go through dimensions. He can time travel. He can vibrate through things. He can change his voice. He can make his face shake so you can't see his face. I don't know if you've seen on the show yet. Mm-mm. But, like, when he talks to people he knows, even with the mask on, he vibrates his face so it's just a blur. And he vibrates his vocal cords. So he sounds different.
Okay, so he's got a little voice changer effect going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Cool.
But, yeah, he should win, hands down. Even in the comics. Mm-hmm. Him and Superman are running at one point, and Superman's like, "Oh, we've had countless races, and they're always neck and neck." Mm-hmm. And Flash turns around and says, "Yeah, that was for charity," and just leaves. Like, nothing. Yeah. The Supergirl show is very much about girl power, and girls can hang out with the guys and
You're
stuff like
afraid
that.
she's going to win?
I don't think she'll necessarily win. I think they're going to make it a tie. I think they're going to play that route, or make it very close, which it really shouldn't. Now, for all we know, they could do something as far as this isn't his dimension, so it affects his powers a little bit, which they kind of already done. When he goes to Earth 2, like, he takes Cisco, who's Vibe, and his powers don't work the same. Mm. So they could do that and say he's not as fast, but I won't be happy with it. The only way I'll be happy with the race itself, I'm sure the episode will be just fine because I love Flash, but the only way I'll be happy with the race is if he just destroys it.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to do that, though.
If that doesn't happen, am I going to have to talk you off of a roof?
With my TV in my arms? Yes.
Are you going to be taking pot shots at people with a sniper rifle?
Yes.
The Flash wins!
What is going
on? He always wins!
Nobody's faster than the Flash. Which,
what have you done?
Have you heard the news on who is currently directing an episode of The Flash? Kevin Smith.
Oh, God.
And here's the thing.
Is he?
Kevin Smith has... You're throwing jelly beans everywhere.
Shut up. Talk about your fucking boyfriend.
Now, Kevin Smith came out, a lot of people were, because a lot of people, don't really like his directing style.
No.
Like you. You are not a fan of his directing style. And a lot of people are like, you're going to ruin this. Mm-hmm. He came out, and he's talked about several times how this is one of his favorite superhero shows of all time. He goes, I don't want to go up there. I'm not going to do my stuff. He's like, I'm going to direct their show.
Then why is he directing it?
Well, they want him up there.
They just want his name on it.
Well, I mean, you got to look at the comics that he's done. Look what he did with Green Arrow.
Okay.
So with comic stuff, I mean, I like all his stuff. Mm-hmm. But I have a lot of trust with him in comics. Mm. But he's even said himself multiple times, like, he doesn't even really have to direct. He's like, these guys just kind of do it on their own. And it must be good because Grant Gustin came out and said in the next couple seasons he would really like to see Kevin Smith do a couple episodes throughout. So he must be doing something good over there.
Well.
But yeah, he's came out and he said, I'm not going to make dick jokes. You're not going to see Jay and Silent Bob hanging out, out from the coffee bean shop. He's like, you won't see it. This is going to be a Flash episode. Okay. He's like, and it being my favorite show, I don't want to go in there and come out with the worst episode of the series.
Yeah, that'd be bad for business.
Yeah. But
with the Kevin Smith brand.
Yeah. I mean, it's not... I love it, but it's... He says himself, he's like, a lot of people don't like my stuff. He's like, I just kind of find things I want to do, and I just do them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we noticed.
Yeah. Got it.
No shit.
All right. And
turn him into a walrus.
Listen, have you watched that yet?
God damn it. Yeah. Asshole.
Listen.
You owe me a life debt.
I owe you 2 hours.
Piece of shit.
I warned you.
Well, you did warn me.
I warned you.
You also said, no, just watch it, man. Just watch it. You gotta just watch it.
I'll probably tell you that with Yoga Hosers,
and
too.
It is fucking terrible. It's so boring.
I can't wait for Yoga Hosers to come out. That's going to be funny. Mm-mm. You probably won't watch it.
No.
Will you watch Mallrats, too?
Maybe.
What about if he actually ever does Clerks 3? Did you like Clerks 2?
It was all right.
Like, here's the thing. Do you like his main movies? Set aside
Clerks?
Tusk and that. And
Clerks, I like.
Okay.
I like Clerks. Clerks 2?
Yeah, that was more of an
You know, that was clearly just, hey, guys, here's Clerks 2.
Yeah. There you go.
For you guys, for the fans.
I do like how he's doing his career, how he wants to bookend it with Clerks. Because he said once he does Clerks 3, he's done directing.
Okay.
Now, he'll probably, like, still produce, and, I mean, he has, like, a million podcasts that he does, so I'm sure he's doing fine. But the fact that he comes out and says, I just do movies I want to do, shows he's doing okay. But he said he wants his very last movie to be Clerks 3. He wants it to be, like, a story. Clerks 1 was his first.
Trilogy.
Yeah, so you kind of see how he progressed as a director.
Or the saga, I guess we'll call it.
Last half with Tusk and Yoga Hosers. That's interesting. But still with DC TV, Gotham is renewed for season 3.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, actually.
And
pretty sweet.
They announced that they're going to have a new character in there. Not new, but new to the series. I'll give you his actual name and see if you know who it is. Basil Carlo.
Oh, yeah, that's Clayface.
They're going to have him in there. Not
That's
as
awesome.
Clayface.
I was going to say,
fine.
that'll be kind of effects heavy.
Yeah.
Or is it going to be pre-Clayface Boris?
Pre-Clayface.
Talking
Which
about
I tell
his
you what.
acting career and such.
Yeah. They just did Mr. Freeze, and it was a different kind of take. But very well done. Still kind of the same, off the Heart of Ice origin of he's just wanting to save his wife. That's all he's doing, but he has to go by these means to do it. And you actually see her live and unfrozen, and you kind of see how that starts. And it was done really well. And Bruce Wayne, he's... I'm assuming, we talked about before, if they're going canon, if they're going off their own. They're essentially going off their own.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Because his parents' killers was not Joe Chill. He was this guy called Matches Malone. Who was just a hired hitman. And Bruce and Alfred find out where he's at, and Bruce gets Selena to get him a gun. Because he's like, I'm going to kill this guy. And he told Alfred, and Alfred's like, no, don't. I don't want you to be ruined by it. I tell you what, we'll find him. I'll kill him.
So Alfred offers to kill the...
Alfred's a badass. Alfred's like
a badass.
The Secret Service style.
British secret police.
Yeah. Like, that's the Alfred we're getting, not
British
just
intelligence, something like that.
Yeah, we're not getting the, I'm just a butler Alfred. We're getting the badass. Like, Alfred's training him a lot.
Sweet.
But, and Bruce confronts him and has the gun in the dude's face, and dude just essentially tells him, shoot me. He's like, I've done all these crimes. He's like, I can't even remember half the people I've killed. Some of them stick with me, most of them don't. He's like, it makes me sick that I've gone this far and haven't been caught, and it's about time. I want you to kill me. And then Bruce has a revelation of, you're not a monster, you're a human being. Me killing you wouldn't be better. So he leaves, dude winds up killing himself. Spoiler alert.
Oh.
But yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
Yeah. I'm actually very surprised that it's going for another season, because it's kind of... I love it, but ratings...
Kind of a roller coaster.
Yeah, and reviews online, people are, they don't like it, they like it. They're getting things right, so hopefully season 3 they'll do better with. But yeah, I cannot wait to see a soon-to-be Clayface. He's one of my favorite heroes, villains, and he hardly ever gets used.
Right. He's a very diverse character. Very diverse villain. I don't know why he doesn't get more.
I don't know. And there's been multiple ones of
time,
him, too.
were.
There's been a couple different Clayfaces. But he was heavily used in the Batman games in Arkham City. Because he played Joker for, 3/4 of the game until
Right.
they realized what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And with Batman in video games, more details of the Batman Telltale series game have come out.
Oh, snap.
You haven't heard about it anymore?
No, they're doing a
figured you would've.
Telltale series? Like a series or just a game?
Like The Walking Dead. Morgan's got her.
I hear an Aurora yell.
Old Rory out there crying. Sounds weird, don't it?
Oh, you're calling her Rory?
Morgan really wants it.
Dude.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. I was like, that's my boss's name. I'll just have to get over that.
Nah.
But, alright, so it's going to be like the Walking Dead series. But Batman. And it's not canon to anything. Doesn't tie into any movie. Doesn't tie into any comic. It's its own story. Which is going to be awesome. I like when they kind of get their own stuff and keep original with it. It's going to be M-rated.
Whoa.
Yeah.
An M-rated? That's cool.
It's getting released in August. And the cool thing is, every situation that comes about, you can approach it as Batman, or you can approach it as Bruce.
Huh.
And it's going to change everything to what the villains to do. I'm pretty sure it's going to, like, make people turn into some villains. Like, it's going to affect everything. How you handle
That's
situations.
intriguing. Who's writing it? Do we know?
They haven't put that out yet.
Is it going to be a Batman writer?
I don't know.
I hope so.
I do not know. Imagine they got Snyder.
Oh my God. Or like Jeff Johns or someone
Yeah,
to write
that'd
the
be
Telltale
fantastic.
Batman game.
I meant to tell you this.
Or like,
Because I know you like Jeff Johns.
very much. Oh, snap.
Yeah, it's like a whole Flash collection of Jeff Johns stories.
Did you just get this?
I've had that for a while.
Awesome.
I've had that for maybe 4 or 5 months. I have barely cracked it open. How many comics I have right now that I haven't even opened yet?
Dude, I got a stack of shit at home that I need to read.
I finally read one of the Batman 52 ones and then realized that I was stopping there because it was really jumping right into the whole story. By the way, Mr. Bloom, holy shit.
Dude, when I went by Imperial the other day, and I bought a ton of shit.
Did you?
I got a...
Did you get your taxes?
Yeah. Then I was like, I need to go buy some shit. Well, I got, the Dark Side War Volume 1.
Mm-hmm.
They had a reprint of Spider-Man Deadpool, number 2. So at least we can jump into that.
Yeah.
We're an issue back, but at least we can get into it.
Yeah.
And they had issue 2 of Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I'm assuming you picked that up.
Oh, fuck yeah, I did. You should see the cover, man. It's gorgeous.
Really?
It's pencil,
Yeah.
and the only color are their
Their
masks.
Oh, it's fantastic.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I pretty much bought him out of Deadpool. I
Have
did.
a bunch more Deadpool out there?
Oh, yeah, I bought every issue of
Did they
Deadpool
have
had
another
up
number
there.
1?
No. God damn it.
I have it in here.
But I got... Yeah, no, I got...
That's a first print, too.
Yeah, I see that. He didn't have 2, but I did get 3 and 4.
I haven't even opened this one yet.
Yeah, I really want to read that series with all the different Deadpools, I guess.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, now they have cast Mira in the DC universe. Aquaman's wife, Amber Heard. She has been in Magic Mike and Zombieland and a couple other ones. Looking at the picture of her,
Zombieland. She's the chick from Zombieland?
not the one you're thinking of. I don't know who she was in Zombieland. You know what? She might have been. Do you remember whenever Jesse Eisenberg first encountered a zombie, that girl in his apartment?
That's her, isn't it? There
Yes.
we go. Okay.
Yes. And I was looking at a picture of her. She has the look. Like,
Does
she
she?
looks great for it.
She looks like an Atlantean.
Yes. She
Awesome.
looks like Mira.
Awesome.
Oh, some other good moves, moves. I guess it's a move. But news, we talked about this a little bit. Apparently the writers of Wonder Woman have picked up to do a Lobo movie. Or
Lobo?
let me say at least write a screenplay for it.
Oh, man.
Which-
A Lobo movie, dude.
Which we talked about it. Deadpool worked. Deadpool was R. If they did a Lobo, they'd have to do R.
Lobo would work very well.
He's probably, as far as, I guess, attitude, one of the closest that DC has to Deadpool.
Oh, yeah. Lobo would be great.
Yes.
What a great movie. Like, especially if they did, like, the whole... If it ever got to the point where it's like the Lobo in Heaven story arc.
I hadn't seen that.
So he's
that sounds amazing.
He's like killing angels and stuff, and it's just there's a panel where it's just him in a room full of like body parts and wings ripped off. It's crazy. I've got it. I'll let you read it.
Yeah, I have to read the Sabrina first.
Yeah, you need to get through Sabrina. Sabrina's awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of DC news.
Sabrina got canceled.
The comic series, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it wasn't doing too well, which I just incredibly surprising. The popularity of all the supernatural type stuff that's out right now, because that's what the new Sabrina is. Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Yeah.
It's about her coven and Madam Satan, which I'm not going to spoil anything about her. I'll just let you read it.
Don't kill that for me.
Mm-hmm.
Some other DC news.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Hamill shared the first look of the Killing Joke movie.
Oh.
And it looks freaking awesome. I'm trying to find the picture to show you. Totally forgot about that piece of news till literally just now. Alright, so yeah, that was the picture that they showed of Killing Joke.
That's great.
Of the new art style, which you will have Mark Hamill as Joker and Kevin Conroy as Batman. Funny thing is about Mark Hamill, he had no idea that Arkham was in his name.
Right.
Did you realize that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill, well, there you go.
You split the middle, it's Arkham. And there's been memes going around forever about it, but he had no idea apparently until really recently.
Hell, I didn't know it just now.
But I can't wait for that Killing Joke.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be definitely when I buy straight up, which I'm actually, after we move from here, probably try to buy a lot of those DC animated ones that I want to collect.
Like, what's the most recent Batman one?
Batman Bad Blood.
Yeah.
Which was essentially kind of fight for the cowl, not so much. It was really interesting. Brought in Batgirl, or Batwoman.
Batwoman.
Yeah. Well, actually, technically, it did introduce Batgirl at the very end. Like, one of those, not really post-credits, it happens right before the credits. But it kind of pans up and you see his feet, and then it zooms out and it's Batgirl.
Mm-hmm.
Looks fucking awesome. I can't wait for them to do more. Now, I don't know if that's going to tie in with Killing Joke. I don't think it will. Because the way DC does their animated movies, they release, it's either 2 or 3 a year. I think it's 3. Mm-hmm. And 2 of them will be in the comic line, or their animated universe line.
Right.
With I can't remember the names, the Justice League War, the Atlantis one, Throne of Atlantis, and then Bad Bloods was in there. But then they'll do, the third one is just a story like they did the Dark Knight Returns. Now they're going to do Killing Joke. So they do one animated movie that is to the story of a classic book.
Yeah, like
an adaptation.
Okay, storyline accurate. And then they'll kind of...
Yeah, and they add some stuff into it. Because like they said with Killing Joke, it's not long enough to do as a movie. It's just not... It doesn't hit the length that they need. So they have to add some into it, which I'm sure will be fine. They're usually really good with their animated stuff. There's hardly any bad ones.
Right.
So it should be good.
Like Batman, Superman, Public Enemies.
Walmart, you can actually buy, right now, they have combos there. You buy the animated movie, and it's coupled with the graphic novel.
I didn't know that.
$20.
I'm going to have to go get a couple of those.
Yeah, my buddy, Phil, I don't know if you met him before. He follows us on Twitter. I don't know if he listens to podcasts. I've shared a lot of his unboxing videos. Because he did like the collectors, the Legion collectors box.
No, he does the League of Collectors.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he sent me this picture the other day. You got the Public Enemies, the Dark Knight. That's the Justice League Origin.
Awesome.
Yeah, which I'm going to go by Walmart. I think I'm going to try to pick that up because the Justice line is awesome right now. Which Dark Side Wars is the new one.
Is it like up this Walmart?
This was at Murphy, but I'm pretty sure it's at all of them because it's on their website.
And this is a new thing that they're doing now, probably for the Batman Superman promotion.
Probably. They probably won't do it for super long. Mm-mm. But that's all the DC news. Mm-hmm. Now we'll go into Marvel.
Mm-hmm. I bet we're going to talk about the Civil War trailer.
That's the first thing I have on here.
Spidey, homie. Spidey.
He looks fucking great.
Yes, he does. Amazing.
Here's my problem with the internet. Among many things.
Here we go.
There's so many people who just don't like it because they're like, he sounds like he's a little boy. I'm like, do you realize that he's only supposed to be 14, 15?
Well, he's a teenager. He's a high school age kid. You know, it's Spider-Man. He's in high school.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to sound like a boy because he's a boy.
Somebody put out, like, he sounds like a 15-year-old. Isn't he supposed to be Spider-Man? And they start talking about one of the comic lines where he was older, and I'm like, well, yeah, heroes get older. They age.
Yeah.
That happens.
Well, when he gets older, do you want to call him
young?
Spider Geezer?
Yeah.
You want that by your rationale? Jackass?
Oh, God, it drives me nuts. But, like, it looks fantastic. I love the suit. It looks very simplistic. Mm-hmm. I was thrown off a little at first when I saw the thumbnail. I thought it looked like like one of those blow-up balloons that, like, car lots will use.
Well, if you notice, it's like the red and black, like when Spider-Man was introduced, like back in Amazing Fantasy.
Yeah.
That was the color of his suit, was red and black. I think that's awesome that that's what they're going with.
Now, I was talking to Patrick at Imperial Comics, and he brought up something or what he thinks makes sense. He doesn't think that's his first suit. He thinks that's the suit that Tony makes for him.
Oh, the Iron Spider suit?
Well, not that one quite yet.
Oh, the suit
but the suit that we see, he thinks that's something that Tony made for him. Because I mean, he's done the suit where it's pretty much just a hoodie and
yeah.
Theory is we're going to see that at some point. Maybe not in the Civil War, but and then lead into that Tony made him that suit. Like in Civil War, they probably won't touch like how he got his costume or anything like that. They'll wait to do the solo Spider-Man movie. But that's the theory, is that...
You imagine a Marvel Cinematic Universe Spider-Man movie. How good that's going to be.
It's going to be fantastic.
It's going to rewrite any other Spider-Man, anything that's come out.
Marvel essentially can't do wrong.
No, they can't.
And one thing that bugs me is people compare DC universe, the cinematic universe, to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Marvel's been doing it so long, they got a groove. They're not like, if Batman Superman didn't beat any Marvel movie, I wouldn't be surprised. Because they had Man of Steel, which was, I really enjoyed it.
I love Man of Steel.
But there's a lot of people who thought it was
because they're not clever enough to understand it.
That's true. That's a whole subject, though.
We'll get into that another time because we could talk for hours about Man of Steel. We really could.
But I, being more of a DC fan, I can very much admit, like, everybody knows Marvel now. Who would have thought to do Ant-Man at one point in time?
Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah, who the hell? Like, I had no idea who Guardians of the Galaxy was.
Nobody knows who that is.
I had no idea, and I have a vinyl soundtrack of them now.
Yeah.
Which, granted, that soundtrack you could just sell on its own because it's all, like, old school shit.
My mom has a Groot keychain.
Yeah, like...
Everybody knows who they are now.
Wins,
you said it best. Marvel has given people stuff they didn't know they wanted. And DC is working with characters that are sacred to people. I mean, you're Batman and Superman. You're talking about putting both of them in a movie and have Wonder Woman show up. You better bring your A game.
Yeah. I mean, it's scary how well they're going to have to do, but from the sounds of it, they're doing it. Civil
Very
War.
Excited.
We'll have 3 post-credit scenes.
We'll have what?
3 post-credit scenes.
Really? Awesome.
I'm thinking it's definitely going to be one attached to Strange.
Yeah, they got to introduce Doctor Strange, which is going to be another amazing fucking movie. Benedict Cumberbatch as the Sorcerer Supreme. Fuck me.
And everything from what they've put out looks amazing. But that looks great. I think it's going to be tied to him.
Mm-hmm.
The other two, I'm not sure. Maybe we'll see something on the side with Spidey. Maybe we'll see something on the side with Black Panther.
I hope so. I think the Black Panther movie will be awesome.
Yeah.
Black Panther is a really cool character.
The same director who did Creed is going to be doing the Black Panther solo movie.
Well, that's a winner.
Which I will say, someone who called that early on Fat Man on Batman, Kevin Smith and the dude I know. But they talked about it, him and, I wish I could remember his co-host's name, but they were talking about, like, different directors, and, Black Panther's always been a very much like a African-American superhero, and kind of, you want to go with the style from that, and they're like, well, look at what this guy did with Creed, and that's kind of a, your African-American hero, and they said he would do great on it, and then sure enough, months later, he's doing it.
That's marvelous.
Yes, which I still have to see Creed. It looks amazing.
Yeah, we need to see Creed.
All right, so a little out of Marvel. There wasn't a whole lot of Marvel stuff out there, but still in kind of the Disney realm. The final young Han Solo shortlist has been revealed. It's down to 3 people.
Ooh.
Taron Egerton.
Okay.
From Kingsman, and Eddie and the Eagle, which I don't know Eddie and the Eagle.
Right.
Alden.
Oh, Eddie and the Eagle is that movie that's coming out. It's got Hugh Jackman in it. It's about the ski jumper.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So the guy from there.
Okay.
Alden Ehrenreich from Hail Caesar, and Jack Rayner from Transformer: Age of Existence or Extinction, which I believe that's the boyfriend of Mark Wahlberg's daughter.
Okay.
And I think they came out, and Taron Egerton talked about how he's not going to make it for whatever reason. He doesn't think he's actually going to get picked for it. Could be them kind of throwing little things out to trick everybody, but those are the 3. I don't know much about the Alden kid. I mean, I don't know much about any of these guys, to be honest with you.
No, Danny DeVito made the short list.
No, Danny DeVito.
I was looking for that.
You should be.
I was hoping.
Danny DeVito as young Han Solo.
As young Han Solo.
Also, cross-dressed as Pikachu.
Inspector Pikachu, Han Solo.
And, man, such great... I didn't even work this out to do this, but the transitions are amazing. Because we go from young Han Solo to Disney announces Indiana Jones 5 for 2019 with Spielberg and Harrison Ford.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Which, I mean, they've been talking about that Harrison Ford is going to do the next Indiana Jones, but it's officially announced coming 2019.
2019?
Yeah.
How do they know Harrison Ford will be alive then?
There's no telling. He already died once.
I love you, man, but...
A couple months back.
You're getting old.
One thing that worries me, and I've never been a huge Indiana Jones fan. I honestly don't even know if I've watched any through all the way.
How dare you?
It's just never been my style. I just never sat down and watched through them.
Well, I'm a little bit older than you. That was kind of...
I mean, you're a little bit older than most people.
Old jokes. All right, listen, fucker. We're going to sit down and we're going to watch Indiana Jones. You will understand why Indiana Jones is so great.
The thing that worries me is, now, even though I haven't watched them, I do know the last one, the Crystal Skull one, wasn't so hot.
If they had called it anything else other than Indiana Jones, it'd have been fine. You know what? If you wanted to make another Mummy movie...
Which they are.
Of course.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. Shut up. You made that shit up. Fuck you.
That's fucking happening.
Is he the Mummy?
I wish I could say yes, but he's not.
With his giant teeth and...
With his one middle tooth. Have you seen that?
Yes.
His tooth is right in the middle of his mouth.
It's like a fucking cartoon character.
Being that you're not a fan of Crystal Skull, or whatever they titled that movie, got some bad news for you. Some of the same writers.
Oh.
Yep. Oh, which doesn't necessarily mean it'll be horrible, but it's not a good start.
No.
It is not a good start
because, God, that movie was... challenging to watch. Because I have such a love for Indiana Jones. And then Shia LaBeouf shows up for some reason. I fucking hate that kid.
Most people do.
What a schmuck.
You ever seen, there's a video that was put out on Shia LaBeouf watching his own movie and his reaction. And then another clip was made of him watching his reaction to watching his movie.
And he's just furiously masturbating.
There's a lot of depression and laughing.
Abusing himself.
Like, I think when he's first watching it, like, he looks really upset. And then when he's watching his reaction, he's laughing at it.
Oh, my God.
It's super weird. I've never watched it all the way through. I mean, really I could have totally misread what it was.
He should be. It's bad, and he should feel bad.
Yeah, why? I don't know why they put him in random stuff. I kind of liked him in Constantine. That movie was just pretty good overall. Keanu Reeves.
He was in Constantine?
Mm-hmm. He played, like, Keanu Reeves' apprentice.
Oh, wow.
And he drove the taxi cab.
I didn't even notice.
He did pretty decent in that.
Okay.
Speaking of Keanu Reeves, he has come out and said they're working on Bill and Ted 3.
Fantastic.
He said they're just right now trying to perfect the script.
Oh, big smile.
Yeah,
big
that's gonna
smile.
be fucking great.
Big smile.
Love to see another Bill and Ted movie. I don't know why I thought there were so many. When they're like, Bill and Ted 3, I'm like, I thought there was already 3 out.
So is it going to be Keanu? Are they going to dig up Alex Winters? And
I don't know how they're going to do it.
And doesn't he run like a car wash or something? Or porn? So he's got to be in porn somewhere.
I mean,
he's fucking got
that's where most celebrities wind up, doing porn.
I mean, he was in Bill and Ted and a bit player in The Lost Boys. So...
Time for a comeback.
Yeah,
it's all Bill and Ted 3.
After you play in a movie with Corey Haim and Corey Feldman, and you're a bit player, you really have nowhere else to go.
You might as well be doing Listerine commercials.
You're taking out the trash at the Feld Mansion. Cleaning up jizz.
Have you read the book Ready Player One?
I know of it, but I have not read it.
I have it. I've started reading it. It's very interesting. It's all about this world where essentially everybody lives in the virtual world.
Okay.
Like, you go to school in a virtual reality. You have virtual reality jobs. And, like, the, real quickly. Hold on, let me put my headset down.
Okay. Danny put his headset down. Oh, my God. Super fight?
Yeah, that's in a loot crate. Makes no sense. Alright, in Ready Player One's world, this is where you live.
Are those RVs stacked on top of one another?
RVs and trailers stacked up.
Okay.
And they have like little computers, and they all go to this virtual reality world. Well, they've been talking about they are adapting it into a movie. If I ever... How far did I got that far into it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not a very big book reading's hard.
I ain't what you call a book reader.
Words.
It's a chapter book.
But for what I read, I really liked it. I want to try to get back into it. But anyways, they have announced that, first of all, Steven Spielberg is going to be doing the movie.
Directing?
Mm-hmm. And Simon Pegg is cast in it.
Whoa.
I don't know if they announced who he's going to be, but he is casting.
Wow. Well, that'll probably be pretty good. Huh.
Yeah. Like I said, the book's pretty good.
I mean, I've heard that it's very good, and I've heard that Ernest Cline is actually a very good author.
Yeah.
I just haven't got around to reading it. My reading list is fucking massive, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Like we were talking about before, I got a ton of comics that I haven't even touched yet.
Yeah. I don't have a nightstand by my bed. It's just a stack of books, and I got a lamp on top of it. And I just pull a book out and put the lamp back and turn the lamp on.
All right. Last couple things I have. You know Patrick Warburton?
Yes.
Who played the Tick?
Yeah,
which, by the way, they're bringing the Tick back.
Oh,
to Netflix.
snap!
I think it's going to be a whole different series. But anyways, he has been cast in the new Netflix Lemony Snicket show as Lemony Snicket.
Oh.
Which Don't know how I feel, because like I said, I've off the movie, like, Lemony Snicket had a very particular voice, and Patrick Warburton has a very particular voice, and they're very different voices.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll see how that goes.
Lemony, he's going to be Lemony Snicket. I thought that was supposed to be like a very, like, fey British kind of dude, you know.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, he was, like
Okay.
when I hear him, I
mean,
think
wasn't Jude Law the
was it?
quote unquote Lemony Snicket in the original movie with Jim Carrey?
God, Jim Carrey.
Or was he just like a reporter or whatever?
I don't know now that I think about it.
I think it was
God, I
Jude
just
Law.
thought about it. Neil Patrick Harris is going to have to live up to
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
I think he'll do just fine.
Yeah, I think he'll do good with it.
He's a fantastic actor.
All right, so last thing I have is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory musical has been announced.
Yay!
Yeah. Nothing else on that, just it was announced.
Hey, that's enough for me.
So I don't know if they plan on doing like
Because one of our common shames, musicals. That's right.
You just told the world about that.
Hey, I'm embracing it.
This was you coming out.
Yeah, it was me coming out. I'm fine with it. I love musicals. That's right.
I love musicals.
That's right. Big old bitch.
Big old bitch.
Love me some musicals. They make me happy, goddammit.
Well, that's it for the news.
Cool.
So now we're going to get into
Good news.
your learning corner.
Oh, yeah, Learning Corner. We're going to be talking about Archie today because we're talking about Afterlife with Archie. Little thing you got to keep in mind, I don't know how many people started with Archie. I know I did. I mean, as a little kid, I would read Archie at my grandma's house because she would always have the little Archie digest that you could get at the grocery store. Well, I fell in love with these characters. I mean, it's just, it's not particularly sophisticated humor or anything like that. It's just these bunch of kids just like to have a good time. And it's fun to read. They go to the beach and have like clam bakes and shit. Okay? They go to the malt shop and, do the whole 2 straws in 1 cup and stare longingly into one another's eyes. That kind of shit.
Or, well, 3 straws in 1 cup because you got Archie, Betty, and Veronica.
Yeah. Archie, Betty, and Veronica, the eternal love triangle. But yeah, these characters, you got to keep in mind, these characters have been around since 1954.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they've been around a long time. They've been around longer than a lot of comic superheroes have.
Well, let's see. They've been around since 54. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, are they the longest? But they wouldn't be.
No. They've been around for a long time. I mean, they started as a serial and newspaper, and it's actually created by a dude named Bob Montana.
Yeah.
Who, all of the characters are based on basically people in his real life. Like Jughead Jones was based on his brother, or his buddy named Skinny something. Dude's last name was like Longhue or something like that. But yeah, all of these characters are more or less real people. And the town where he grew up was called Haverhill. And he had this sketchbook of stuff that went on in Haverhill, and it turned into the Archie comics. And I mean, these characters are Americana. I mean, they're part of American history, not just comics history, but American history. I mean, when Archie died in Life with Archie a couple years ago, it was in the fucking newspaper.
Was it really?
It was on the news.
Oh my God.
Archie Andrews died. Yeah, I mean, that's a big thing.
Yeah, especially considering, I mean, when you look at comics, the typical comic, we'll say, Batman, Superman, Iron Man, Hulk, whoever, they've all died.
Yeah.
At least once. They're superheroes. That's what happens. But
that's
with,
what
like,
they do.
Archie,
yeah,
that's not like, you don't read Archie thinking, like, is he going to survive this one? Mm-mm. So that would have came out of nowhere, essentially.
And it did. And the whole thing about it was in Archie form, because Archie is basically the eternal buddy, Mm-hmm. He's your pal. He's your friend. He's everybody's best friend.
He's the good guy.
Yeah. He died by taking a bullet for his friend.
Really?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Was it for Jughead?
Huh?
Was it for Jughead?
No, it wasn't for Jughead. It was for Kevin Keller, who is a senator in Life with
so they're
Archie.
older in this.
Oh, yeah, in Life with Archie, they actually age, and they have children, and they have jobs, and so on and so forth. There's two different storylines.
Doesn't Keller punch the shit out of Reggie in Afterlife?
Oh, yeah. Well, Kevin Keller, he never says it, but it's alluded to that he is gay.
Yeah, the two girls talk about it.
Yeah. Well, Reggie Mantle being Reggie Mantle, i.e. a dick, makes some kind of off-color comments about it. So Kevin Keller does what any proud gay man would do and punches the shit out of him. So
that's fantastic.
There's that. Yeah. I mean, and these characters, I love them. I always have loved them. I always will. I'm going to plan to introduce my kids to them. And the whole Life with Archie series is great, showing, their family life as they grow older. And then we come to Afterlife with Archie, which started as nothing more than just a sketch.
Really?
They were just screwing around. And there's actually, in the back of the trade.
The variants.
Yeah, in the back of the trade, this cover, Afterlife with Archie, where it shows, a decent, 50 styles Archie, and you see Jughead and probably Betty and Veronica as zombies coming out of the ground. That was just a drawing. That's it. And they were like, why don't we just do this? And that's where Afterlife with Archie, the story, came from. I mean, Francavilla threw some sketches at him. This is what Jughead would look like as a zombie. This is what Betty would look like as a zombie.
Yeah.
And it just went from there. And it was huge.
Yeah, it's a really, it's really surprising that they adapted Archie.
Something like that to a horror story.
And the fact that, Jughead is
the
patient zero.
Yeah, Jughead is patient zero. And then there's also a supernatural twist to it with Sabrina, who witches out, or her aunts witch out, which you never saw that before.
No.
But with Afterlife with Archie, you got zombies. Why not have some scary fucking witches in there too?
Because I only know Sabrina from the show. From the show and then the cartoon series.
And the cartoon, yeah. Well, that's the thing. There have been Archie comics and cartoons throughout the years. There's pretty much always been some kind of Archie something in all media. There's been cartoons throughout the years. There's a new show coming out. There's been radio shows. It's amazing how permeated that Archie is everywhere, and you just don't know it.
Yeah, it's kind of like a sleeper cell.
Yeah, it's
everywhere.
It's everywhere, and once you start noticing, once you start looking, you'll see it everywhere.
Yeah,
everywhere. Go to the grocery store, racks of fucking Archie at the checkout.
That's always what I like. Anytime I thought of Archie, I always thought of the Digest, Archie's Digest. That's always what I thought.
Yeah. And now Archie Comics, they're starting this new run, new art, and then there's also a Jughead run that they're doing now.
Yeah,
where it's basically the Jughead's imagination. He's like a secret spy and like a spaceman and shit like that. But yeah, Afterlife with Archie was massive. It sold out.
I'm not surprised. Reading through it, really good.
If you like zombies, if you like zombie stories, it's easily one of the best zombie stories I've ever read.
And the awesome part about it is they kind of take a little bit from the classic kind of zombie, but they kind of twist it a little bit because you find out through the book they actually can organize.
Oh, yeah.
Like at one point, you see Archie rallying the zombies together.
Yeah, they have a hive mind.
That's really that I've seen. I'm sure it's been done somewhere. But I haven't seen it really a whole lot. It's normally just, her zombies, walkers, whatever you want to call them, going in one direction and just eating everything. Where in this one, they made a conscious decision to be like, we need to get these guys.
And they have a leader.
Yeah.
When's the last time you read a zombie story that had the zombie was the leader of the other zombies?
Never.
Patient Zero was basically leading an army.
Yeah.
That's what Afterlife with Archie did.
Yeah.
They did that.
Such a good book, too.
Yeah,
God.
it's great. And to take all these incredibly loved characters and put them in this situation to kind of, contemporize them a little bit and show, like, Veronica's father.
He's a dick.
Yeah, basically a two-timing fuck,
That guy.
Betty Cooper just the evergreen sweetheart, even when she sees her own parents as zombies breaking into the house, she consoles Archie because he's so upset.
Yeah.
That's it, just for them to do that with those characters. I loved it. Thought it was great.
By the way, I made a decision. Betty.
See? Yay? See, I told you.
Actually, where did I put it? I made a note somewhere.
Really? Because Morgan?
Huh?
Totally Veronica.
Oh, yeah. I put between Veronica and Betty, I pick Ginge.
You would. Ginger? Really?
She likes the ladies. Something about that gets me.
One of the 2 ethnic girls in Riverdale, and they're lesbians. Because of course they are.
See, Archie's playing it wrong.
Yeah, Nancy and Ginger. Man. Look at what's going on right in front of you, man.
Why do you think I picked her?
And then like Midge and Moose. She finally says, "I love you, Moose." That
didn't last very long.
No. There's some bad shit went down there.
Which I guess what we'll do is we'll kind of do the overall on this story because it's a little too much to go page by page. Mm-hmm. So, do you want to give the rundown of the story? Or?
I can. Okay. Yeah. I mean, basically it starts
overall,
out. We've got Jughead running through the woods, something in his arms. We don't know what it is. And then we see a doorbell. We hear the doorbell ring. Sabrina comes to the door. Jughead holding his dog, Hot Dog, who has clearly been injured. We don't know how. He's just injured. And he's hurt. He's dying, actually. Okay. Hot Dog dies. Jughead begs and pleads, Sabrina, please help me. I know you can help me with this. Please bring him back. Well, the whole thing about her aunts is death is natural. Death is death. You can't take it back. Well, Sabrina does anyway, because she loves Jughead. He's her pal. He asked her pleading, please bring my best friend back. Well, this sets off a chain of events which makes bad shit go down. All right, her aunts go all fucking American Horror Story.
Oh my God. I saw that and I was like, what the fuck?
Jesus Christ, what's happening? All right. They banish her to another realm, which I'll let you read Sabrina because it goes into more of that.
Is that where that picks up at?
Kind
a little bit touches on it?
Yeah.
I was going to ask you if that happens before Afterlife, or before this, after it, during?
Weaves in
mixture of everything. Okay.
Weaves in and out.
Cool.
Lo and behold, Hot Dog comes back to life. Not quite the same Hot Dog, though. Because, once again, she has broken all kinds of rules, all kinds of laws. Bad shit has gone down. She's so bad, she has been banished from this plane. Well, anyway, Jughead notices something's wrong with his buddy. Hot Dog bites him. Jughead starts to turn. Starts to get really sick. Archie comes to see him. Hey, you come to the dance? Fat Ethel's going to be there.
Say Fat Ethel.
That's what they called her in there. She was Fat Ethel. She's just Ethel in there.
Yeah, I was going to say, like,
Fat Ethel.
Why are you coming down on Ethel?
Well, she's all the time, like, tempting him with cookies and shit like that because Jughead eats all the time.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, Ethel's going to be there, and he's, I can't do it, Arch. I don't feel good. And something's wrong with Hot Dog. I don't know what's going on. Well, in between the time that it takes Archie to get to the dance and see Betty and Veronica looking all hot and awesome in their costumes, Betty dressed as the sexy nurse.
Sexy nurse. Veronica is the
Vampirella.
Mm. Yeah.
Delicious.
Figured you'd like that when I saw it. I was like, nope, Ben like this.
Yes, right. Jughead shows up, full-on zombie. bites Ethel because she thinks it's just a costume. Because after all, it's a Halloween party.
Yeah.
Of course it's a costume.
Of course. And it looks great.
Now, he goes to mom down on Ethel. She's patient too.
Mm-hmm.
Bad shit goes down. More people get bit. Everyone gets run out of Riverdale. Fires are set. Pops goes up in a blaze. Nancy and Ginger figure out that they have the forbidden love.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I'd say they figured it out. It kind of seemed like it's been there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess. I'm sorry. Yeah, they knew.
Boom. One for me.
We found out.
Yeah.
We found out that, everyone holes up at the Lodge Mansion, which Veronica Lodge, and her father, mother passed away. It's basically all about survival now. Jughead shows up with his fucking army of zombies.
His posse.
And is controlling them somehow.
Yeah, it's still awesome how they did that.
Yeah, we don't know how it's happening, but he's calling the shots. And basically the plan is get the fuck out of Riverdale. Story ends. Waiting on book 2. And that's pretty much it. That's the broad stroke.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of in and out shit here, a lot of flashbacks, a lot of history. If you haven't read Afterlife with Archie, you should take a pencil and put it between your index and middle fingers and then squeeze very hard. Because
why not just tell people to go read it?
Because they should feel pain for not reading it.
Why are we breaking fingers?
They need to read this. It's so good.
Damn it, 2 dads in a comic. Now my pen's broken.
I mean, it sold at every printing.
And the art style, I really like the art style.
Yeah.
Very simplistic.
Yeah, Francavilla.
Very horror. Like there's a whole running like of a classic horror movie throughout it.
Yeah, and it's got like pulp art. You would see this in like old pulp comics. Minimal use of color. I mean, there's a running theme through it. A lot of red, of course.
Yeah, I was gonna say when shit's going down, a lot of red.
A lot of red, a lot of blood. I mean, when you have a flashback scene,
gets a little lighter.
A lot of yellow. Some green. But you got to understand, every single issue, every printing, sold out.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so good, and they're going to do more. Yeah, they're going to do more of this.
You need to look up when the next one's coming out.
Yeah, it's
fantastic.
May, from what I understand. Could get pushed, but who knows?
Yeah. Now, start with my notes. What I've had down. I kind of try to go quickly with the notes because. Time, and this is a lot bigger than what we've been doing. Well, I guess technically this is only the second or third comic we've done, because we did Dark Knight, Master Race 1 and 2, then we did the Deadpool, then we did this, so yeah. But, so first of all, the cover. Love the old school zombie vibe. Yeah,
you get like a Universal monster kind of thing going on here.
Yeah. And you clearly, see Jughead's a zombie. The thing I like is that you have Archie, Veronica, and Betty. You can't tell if they're zombies or not.
Yeah, you don't know if they're turned. They're just wandering around in a cemetery. What's going on?
Yeah. Are they real?
Are they zombies? Are they zombies? Real. Are they going to go do some hot menage a trois action in a cemetery because they're creepy like that? We don't know.
What's going on? Well, the way their relationship's going, hopefully that happens at one point in their life.
It had to have at some point.
If you have 2 girls fighting for you that hard where they know about each other, something's going to happen at some point. And if not, you fail.
You fail.
What are you doing, Archie?
You have 2 women who want your jock, and you haven't put them to it.
And we touched on the ants a little bit with Sabrina crossover, which I loved because up until you got this, I had no idea that Sabrina was in the same world.
Yeah.
I love the fact they brought, God, what's the cat's name?
Salem.
They brought Salem in, and he's still kind of smart ass.
Well,
which was fantastic.
Yeah, he's Sabrina's familiar. He's with her wherever she goes.
Which is the ants. I like how they made them a little darker. Like they come off at first as like the typical ants you've seen on the shows, and then Sabrina grabs the Necromancer book and fucks way up. Which
Just
I
trying
wish
to help
people
her
would
friend.
understand. If your pet's dead, don't bring it back. It never is good.
It never goes well.
Never.
Have you never seen a movie?
And the thing with Archie Afterlife, in this world, they have seen all these horror movies. Because there's the two kids at the dance who continually talk about it.
Dilton
They're like,
Clayton?
oh,
Yeah.
we know what's going on.
Our friendly neighborhood nerds. They're
Yes.
like, wait, we need to get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Everyone else is, whoa, what's going on,
It's a really
Jughead?
cool
It's a great costume. Dilton's like, no, stupid. We need to fucking go.
We need to go.
Yeah, you see all that shit coming out of his mouth? Those are people's guts. We need to leave.
Yeah, I know it looks good. It's because it's real.
And then how he turns like Principal Weatherby and Miss Grundy and just all these characters that you would never think. And they're zombies. They're right there. It's such a cool story. Such a cool thing. Great writing.
So I didn't realize, like I said, I haven't read any Archie up until this. Petty and Veronica are best friends?
Yeah.
That's the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah, they're best friends.
I mean,
they're frenemies.
I guess that's normal for girls.
Mm-hmm.
I even have that in my notes. See, normal for girls.
Normal for girls.
Normal for girls.
Love and hate.
And I love that fact, yeah, it is Sabrina and Jughead's kind of fault for this happening. But at the same time,
Reggie hit Hot Dog.
Yes.
It's his fault. And he didn't say anything.
He didn't. I don't think he still has.
No, he hasn't. Reggie's a cock.
Reggie is a cock.
Reggie is a cock, but yet still one of their buddies. Like, he's always in, like, the core group with them.
Yeah.
You know?
The couple things I want to see was every time we've seen a zombie attack in there, it was always super brutal. Like, to the point where, like, that person dies right there.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see the fight between Jughead and Hot Dog.
Yeah.
Because Jughead's only his arm was bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was done.
Mm-hmm.
And I also question why, like, if your dog, like, looks like that and attacks your arm like that, you should probably put him down just right then. I mean, I guess you can argue that he loves him and that's his buddy and he went through all this just to save his life to turn around and take it. But in a world where zombie movies are a thing, I feel like...
It stands to reason.
And Pet Sematary? Have we not seen Pet Sematary? Kill it. And then be regretful that you brought it back to life.
Yeah. Sometimes dead things need to stay dead.
Yeah. I go back and watch this movie. This was so fantastic.
Yeah.
And we talked about the flashbacks. Those are done really, really well.
Yeah, I'm talking about their family and like when Archie got his dog.
Yeah, yeah. Which I love that because it did such a good job of like showing his attachment. Also with the flashbacks, it made the scene when he killed his dad 100 times more brutal.
Way more poignant. To save his mother.
That gets kind of emotional.
Yeah.
Like, it really takes you through the toll of, like, him growing up and seeing all these good things while he's having to smash his father's skull in.
With a bat.
With a bat. I mean...
Yeah. Can you imagine?
It's horrible. And, I mean, his mom was in shock, which is rightfully so from what she's been happening. I'm surprised more people haven't gone into shock over the whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
I think...
Yeah, they do kind of keep their cool in Riverdale a little bit,
let's
don't
go swimming in the pool.
Yeah.
It's heated.
I'll let you borrow the bathing suit.
But you're too big.
You're too big for my suit, Betty.
What a bitch move.
Shut up, Veronica, you whore.
I have a feeling Jughead kind of knew what was about to happen.
You think?
Well, if you look at it, he says to Archie, like, I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. I have a feeling he maybe not knew, like, I'm going to turn into a zombie and kill things.
He knew he was really sick.
But he knew shit was about to happen.
And didn't know why.
Or at least had a feeling. Maybe not know. Maybe saying he knew it was a little too strong.
Of course, he did go to Sabrina, so he had to know that there was some supernatural shit involved there.
Which, why didn't you not say anything?
Yeah.
I guess you don't want to really be like, hey, I started the zombie apocalypse real quick.
My bad. Archie,
which I guess technically...
pal.
Hold on a second.
Get Betty and Veronica and head somewhere, make children, because bad shit's coming to Riverdale.
Jughead's not patient zero. Hot Dog is. Why isn't Hot Dog leading the zombies?
Why isn't Hot Dog leading the zombies? Maybe because, Jughead is his master. He's subservient to his master.
Yeah. And I guess technically because he's like the actual first person bit.
Right.
But just thought about that. Mm-hmm. Talk kind of about the horror movies and just how that continued through, which was absolutely amazing. They talk about which Jason movies were good and which Halloween movies were the right ones. And
right. Like Halloween and Halloween H2O.
Yeah. H2O. Now, Archie's essentially a pretty wholesome comic. Mm-hmm. Very family friendly.
Sure.
What the fuck is going on with Jason and Cheryl? Are they brother and sister?
Yeah.
Who do things with each other?
Well, we hope not. But they definitely allude to it. Well, the whole thing is like Cheryl wants to own Archie Andrews. And that drives her brother into a blind rage. And, jealousy. Yeah. So, I guess there is some, incestual kind of weird shit going on in this particular Archie universe.
Yeah, it's pretty kind of apparent.
Yeah, a little messed
They talk
up.
about, what if it was just us in this room? Forever. And he's like, I feel like that'd be perfect. I think you're fucking creepy.
Yeah.
I think you're a fucking creep bag right now.
I think I need to leave.
I need to go.
Yeah, I'm hoping they not really explore that relationship. But,
what are you hoping for?
But explain some shit, please.
Are you hoping for a standalone Jason Cheryl book?
Jason loves Cheryl.
Title it, Keeping It in the Family.
Oh, God. Keeping the bloodline clean.
Our pole of a family tree. Now, I questioned when I first read it, why does Veronica's dad hate Archie so much? And then he gets to the part where he's like, oh yeah, I took away the electrified gate here so I could come and make out with Veronica. I'm like, that's why he hates him.
Yeah, exactly. He thinks he's a lazy bastard that just wants to...
I really think his hatred is a little over...
his daughter, huh?
It's pretty over the top a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
His hatred. Mm-hmm. I mean, being a new dad of a daughter... Mm-hmm. I'm already prepared to not like guys.
Sure.
I think Zombie Apocalypse is going to waive that a little bit.
Yeah, let's prioritize here.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's talk about priorities. Fucking Betty and Veronica, Zombie Apocalypse is happening. And they're like, people are being eaten. They're like, so do you really like me or what's going on here?
So do you want to be with me? Look, Betty. I got shit to do. That's basically what he does.
Did you see your parents in that grade?
He basically says, look, yeah, I'll be going back and forth about this for a long time, but I got to fucking go.
All the way to the end. All this shit's happening, and it still comes back to them being like, I want to be with Archie, though.
I love him. He loves me. No, I think he loves her more. Look, I got to go see if my fucking parents are alive, okay? And I'll probably have to kill my dad with a bat. I'm not sure, but probably.
And one thing I kind of noticed, I think it more hit me like the second read through. The flashback to Sabrina's aunts on the train with Veronica's mom. Yeah, she's talking about like, you're going to have a little girl. Yeah. And our sister-in-law is going to have a daughter with white hair. And I was like, oh shit, those are the aunts.
Those are the witches. But yeah, but Veronica's mother doesn't know that she's pregnant at the time. And
yeah, it's like right before they found out.
It's going to be a girl. Thinner. That kind of shit. Creepiness. But yeah, I really like how they do all that with the ants.
I like that. I want to read more just on them.
Yeah, the supernatural stuff in these Life with Archie and the Sabrina comics is great.
Which I want to know the time frame of this book because
we don't know.
It only had to been like a night.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at it, they talk about how like everywhere else is getting affected now. Like essentially, Riverdale is the start of Apocalypse.
It's ground zero,
and it's kind of weird to think because you never really see like Walking Dead. Mm-hmm. You don't really know ground zero. Like they're 6 seasons in now. They have a spinoff. there's still no real, like, how did this start?
Mm-hmm.
You hardly ever see that, and we're actually, like, in on the ground floor, I guess you could say, of their apocalypse.
Mm-hmm. Because it's got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
It may as well be Riverdale.
Might as well be. A very wholesome town. Everybody dies.
Riverdale punks.
Now, I'm going to campaign to change people's minds that Archie's kind of a shitty guy.
He's not a shitty guy. If anything, Betty and Veronica are fucking airheads. All right? Nothing saying he has to make a choice.
If you want a reaction from Ben, say Archie's a shitty guy.
Fuck you! God damn it! Archie's an American fucking hero!
Yeah, I will say I put that, especially with us just talking about how, like, the apocalypse is happening, Betty Veronica, like, who do you want to be with? You can probably put it more on them.
Bitch, please. I gotta go.
Now, another question that popped up in my mind. Can Archie talk to his goddamn dog?
I thought you might ask that with those panels where his dog is protecting.
Run, master, run. I'd die for you.
No, he can't talk to his dog. That's another throwback to the original Archie series. Cause
did he talk to his dog then?
No, his dog would have thoughts. He would have like an inner monologue sometimes. And they're just trying to, you know.
I mean, I liked it. Don't get me wrong.
Full circle.
But it's like fucking out of left field. I love you, master. I love you too, Vegas.
Yeah,
what?
Vegas. Yeah.
I understand we're in a zombie apocalypse. I'm having a hard time him talking to his dog.
I can't suspend disbelief.
I mean, I guess I can be like, oh, Sabrina, Cass. Let me know.
Which is I'm cool. Zombies, awesome. Talking dog, no fucking way. I'm out. Burn this shit.
I just think it's funny when people talk about like the realness of a movie, and I'm like, you realize all this other shit's going on. There's like 90-foot talking robots that turn into cars, and you're questioning. Well, no, never mind. That was on me a little bit.
Yeah, that was on you a little bit.
Listen, that car got fucking T-boned, and nothing happened to it.
It's a fucking transformer.
The car wasn't a transformer.
Yes, it was.
No, not the car I'm thinking of. It was the Mark Wahlberg's daughter's boyfriend, who was the drift racer.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that's just a regular car. They got T-boned and were perfectly fine.
Oh, yeah, well, that is fucked up.
Which, that's a physics thing, but if you're like...
Where's the script girl on that one, huh? Yeah. Come on, this car's fucked. That kid's clearly dead.
Could you not use the dummy car? Was it out of gas at this point in time?
I'm not talking about Transformers movies anymore.
God damn it.
We're done.
We always go back there. So, I loved seeing the end, like, overall with Smithers.
Mm-hmm.
I loved how he explained his job.
Yep.
Because they never, like... Alfred's probably the, like, most known, like, if you think of comic book butlers.
Mm-hmm.
But you always see butlers and all other stuff, and they always have, like, what you need.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what you're going to do, they've done it. But you never see, like, the back thinking of it.
The preparations.
Yeah, and then you see that and how his dad told him, you know, be discreet and never be seen unless you're needed. And
we are in this house. We are not of
this house. Yeah, like, I thought that was a really interesting take on it.
Like how he had his father buried in the cemetery.
Yeah.
And not on the ground.
Like on the grounds, yeah.
Once again, not of this house.
Yeah, and the fact that he's, like, looking over everybody, and he clearly knows that Ginge and the other girl are together. Like, he very clear on that, knowing that, and just everything that's going on that, like, nobody else knows.
He's like omnipresent.
Yeah, it's super awesome. Because it kind of makes it drags it along to other stuff too. Like
I have a strong feeling that Smithers is going to end up being instrumental in restarting civilization in the next Afterlife with Archie series.
Being the hero of it all.
Yeah, I have a feeling he's going to have a very big part.
All right, who would keep up a petty argument through this? We already talked about that. Betty and Veronica. It just killed me the whole time. Like, I have a feeling one of them's going to be gnawed and be like, the only reason why you're getting Archie is I'm going to be dead. Like, I have a feeling that's going to happen.
That's the only way you're going to win, Archie, is over my dead body.
Last thing I have is, do you notice there's a Green Arrow reference?
Yeah.
I
noticed
at the
that
very
at the very
end
end with Ginger.
Yeah, she calls him Queen Arrow.
Yeah, Queen Arrow.
Oliver Queen Green Arrow.
Yeah, she calls Keller Queen Arrow. And he calls her Ginger Spice, which I thought was cute.
Yeah, I didn't want to write a note on the Spice Girl reference.
You call it Queen Arrow. So I'm so pleased with this story. I can read it over and over. I have read it over and over.
Yeah. Like I said in the past, like I was off 3 weeks and I hadn't touched it since, or the first time I like popped it open to read was a week ago, and I've read it twice so far.
I love when that happens.
It's really good.
Yeah, I love when I do something like that. I just have something just sitting there, and I'll leave it forever, and then I'll pick it up and read it, and it ends up being one of my very favorite things.
Which, granted, don't get me wrong, I read it twice. I would have probably done either by also preparation for this. But it was so fun to go through again. It's just kind of, I notice, like, when I read through comics, I tend to, I guess, not pay a whole lot of attention to the pictures at first. Like, I'll do a lot of, just because I'll just go with the conversation. Because I don't want to read a bubble and then stop and inspect things.
Well, I do the same thing.
You know what I mean? Like, keep it as, like, a normal pace conversation. And then, like, when it gets to a scene change, I'll probably go back and, like, read it. But it's always nice going back a second time reading the whole thing. Because you can do more of the read a little bit, kind of look at what's going on, and, just admire stuff.
That's the exact same way I read comics.
Yeah.
I will read through a story. I'll, go through the story, flip pages. I'll look at a panel. I won't pore over a panel the first time I read it. Second time I read it, it takes me 3 times as long to read it the second time as it does the first time.
Just because you're inspecting.
Yeah, I want to look at the art. I want to see what kind of direction we're going here. Easily one of my favorite, art style, writing, everything, one of my favorites. Yeah, and everybody should read it.
Yeah, definitely pick up Afterlife with Archie. It'll definitely get you. Cause I want to now go back and read regular Archie stories. Yeah. Like, I didn't really have a need for it before. It's sort of, it showed me something that I didn't know I wanted. And it's kind of nice to have that, because to the typical, comics that I read, all superhero stuff, it's really nice to have something that's not. You know what I mean?
I read a lot of indie comics, man.
Yeah.
Just for that very reason. I read a lot of superhero comics, but I also read a lot of indie comics just because of that. Sometimes I like something a little off the wall, like Archie Zombies, or Mickey Mouse as a H.P. Lovecraft character. I dug some of that up online. It's actually very good.
Really?
It's some weird shit, man. But Afterlife of Archie, great. If you haven't read it, go read it right now.
Yeah.
You won't regret it. And I think we ought to bag it.
Yeah, I think that's going to be it. What are you thinking for next episode? I'm thinking maybe Dark Side Wars.
Dark Side Wars Volume 1, I'm thinking.
Because at that point in time, this will post the day before Batman v Superman comes out.
Yeah. And then we've got Rebirth coming up in May.
We've got Rebirth coming up.
And that's going to be huge.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to get on the ground floor of that. Me and Morgan are talking about, like, Father's Day, Mother's Day stuff, and I'm going to try to, like, I'm going to get you something. Can you get me something? And I'm going to try to see if she'll get me the new 52 Batman #1, which typically goes for about $100.
Yeah, good luck. I'll help her if she needs it. I'll help her track it down.
I found it right online. Right on eBay.
Oh, all right.
First print, too. 97 and change. $5 shipping.
Really? First print? Wow. I mean, even second prints go for up there.
Which I'm going to try to do that whole thing, get that signed at some point in my life by Capullo and Snyder, and then get it graded.
Hitch your wagon to a star, my friend. That is dream the impossible dream.
C2E2 just happened. And the page I follow, to buy and sell comics, this dude went and Capullo and Snyder's line was 4 hours long. A lot of these guys charge for signatures. Well, he got 3 books signed by those two and someone else, and pictures and stuff. And say, hey, man, how much did it cost for signature? Nothing. They didn't charge a dime for their signatures.
Awesome.
Where, like, Stan Lee and now a lot of the times, it's not necessarily the artist or the writer charging; it's the event. But I've heard people say that, like, Stan Lee signatures are like $75 to $100. something like that. But the only thing with Snyder and Capullo was you have a maximum of 3 books signed.
That's as if I needed another reason to love those guys.
Yeah. I mean, they are probably my favorite duo right now.
Those guys are amazing.
Yeah. So my goal is I want to get...
Those guys are the example of fans becoming creators.
Yes.
Treating fans like fans.
Yes.
I love those guys.
So my goal now is to get Batman #1, Batman 43, and Batman 51, all signed by both of those guys, and get it graded and boarded and put to the side. Because that's the first Batman, of course, #1. 43 is the introduction of Mr. Bloom, which I have a feeling is going to be a huge character from here on out in the mythos. And then 51 is their last book together on Batman.
Cool.
But so yeah, so we'll do Darkseid War Volume 1 next time. Hopefully we'll have seen Batman be Superman by then.
I'd assume we probably will.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see it next Sunday. I don't know if you want to try to ride with me. It's a 2.5 hour movie.
We'll look at next week's, because I'm going to be off tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday this week, and I'm going to do the same thing next week.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at Sunday. Sunday is probably the only realistic day. That's why I'm saying Sunday, because
this coming Sunday. Yeah.
Because the
I may just try to do it then. I may just try to go with you.
Yeah, because the late show on Sunday at the Blairsville Cinema is about 7:30.
How much are tickets? Are they still like
the Blairsville
$7?
Cinema.
Yeah.
So we can get out by like, I don't know, 6:15, 6:30. It's a Sunday, so
yeah,
we'll see. But I think if we can get out even by 6:30, we might still be able to make it.
I'm going to close the store at 4.
We'll close that bitch up.
Fuck it.
But yeah, and I think we'll stay away from. We'll talk about it a little bit, but we won't do so much of the like we did with Deadpool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a 2.5 hour movie. It's going to be really hard to retain everything. Maybe when it comes out on DVD, Blu-ray, we'll do like our own little commentary like we're going to do with Deadpool.
Revisited. Yep.
All right, guys.
All right.
That's it for us. Real quickly, I want to make a couple shout-outs. We have a new graphic on our site. Upgrade from our old one. My buddy, Scratch is his name. He does a lot of graphic stuff, flyers. He does a lot of underground music, beats, everything. You get the chance, hit him up on Twitter at ScratchLDP. And his buddy did the coloring. His Twitter handle, his whole Twitter handle is Deasington Nutsworth. And that's at Devil6, DEVILSICCX.
Deasington Nuts.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Decent.
But he did the coloring. My buddy did the other stuff, the lines and everything, and it came out fantastic. Couldn't ask him for anything else. And my buddy Scratchy also did our theme music. So if you get a chance, hit those guys up. Of course, hit us up at 2 Dads in a Comic. That's the number 2 Dads in a Comic. Hit us up SoundCloud, Twitter. We're on Instagram? Yeah, we're on Instagram.
Yeah, we're on Instagram.
We're going to work on doing a
I don't know
YouTube
how it
page.
works, but we are on it.
We're more active on Twitter. But, all right, guys, once again, I appreciate for listening to us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.